My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Hearthstone Ranked. Control Freak. Do I really want to continue playing the Control Freak? I could switch up my deck. There's one deck I really did want to play, and it's, you'll likely be familiar with it. It is the Windstreakadon. So it's Strife's Windstreak Paladin deck. I just don't have the cards for it. Right. You know what? I'm actually just going to amend my Priest deck. I think I'll have more fun playing Priest. Okay, so let's make some amending for the current meta. The current meta, it's less important for me to have early game removal, so Shadow Word Pain can die? Is that true? I think so. No, but Shadow Word Pain combos with Shrink Master, that's why it's there. Thoughtsteel, Dark Cultist, Ancient Blade Master. I mean, really what I want is a free slot in order to place another... Ooh, that's cool. Oh, I don't have another Light Bomb. What I really want is a free slot to put Dr. Boom in, because Dr. Boom is so overpowered that he's good in every deck. Take out a Sludge Belcher, but that's going to make my aggression matchup horrible. Take out a Sylvanas Windrunner, but that's going to make my control matchup horrible. Take out a Thoughtsteel, but that's going to make my everything matchup a little worse. Take out one Dark Cultist. I think it's the only card I can... But it's my only early game minions. You know what? If I take out the Dark Cultist, I need to just adjust my play. Actually, that reminds me, I should also take a picture of that for the deck lists in the description down below. Print screen. There we go. Yes. I'm gonna have to adjust my play in such a way that I need to play Shrinkmeister without super amounts of regard being given to, you know, actually having a combo for it. I need to play it as just a 3-2, right? On occasion, I'll need to just play it as a 3-2. At least in aggressive matchups. A Verzi opponent. This is likely to be an aggressive matchup. Mech Mage. So, I've been thinking about it. As far as I'm concerned, it looks like it's going to go one of two ways. People that used to play Death Rattle Hunter are going to switch to a different aggressive deck, and the cheapest other aggressive deck is the Mech Mage. Or they're going to go to Zoo, or they're going to change their playstyle and stop playing aggressive. The last one is a joke. That's not going to happen, so you're going to have a lot more Warlock Zoo and a lot more Mech Mage, is my opinion. Even if this isn't a Mech Mage, that's just what I predict. But I haven't seen, you know, a super aggressive deck in a while. Well, actually, no, I've seen 2 Zoolocks recently. Why am I saying I haven't seen one in a while? That's daft.
Is someone injured?
Okay, I'm gonna play that because if I get to coin Circle of Healing and have an injured Blade Master healed up plus a drawn card from a Northshire Cleric next turn, that'll be amazing for me. Also, if my opponent's dumb enough to play a Noyatron, that would be hilarious for me. Draw 2 cards as well. Really?
I am ready.
Really?
Right away.
I'm not greedy enough to wait until I get the injured Blade Master out to do the healing. Okay. That's a really good start for me. Even though I've lost a Circle, so I have less versatility with Arcanine Circle, I do have a Holy Smite. I have 2 really powerful early game minions in the injured Blade Masters. I've got a Sludge Belcher already out. Pretty much living the life of Riley here. So this needs to die. Like that, and then there's no reason not to heal up my dude. So I have a very strong early position here. It's going to be difficult to wrestle this from. You're going to need like a Fireball or a Polymorph, which I don't think this deck runs many of, if any. I haven't seen a recent deck list for this, so I actually probably should look that up. This is the Mech Mage, by the way, definitely. I haven't seen a recent deck list for this. My opponent just straight up gave me cards there, so I'm really thankful. That gets to fuel my anti-aggression, basically. Didn't even attack to the face for 1 damage. What a waste. I think I want to be able to heal aggressively next turn if I can. Run both of those into my Acolyte of Pain? Acolyte of Pain, my, yep. Running both of those into my Arcanine. That's fine by me. Like, it's odd, but, you know, you're welcome to lose if you'd like. So I've just got to make sure that the injured Blade Master is consistently out of range of Flame Strike, and then I'm pretty much settled.
I have no time for games.
Kind of need interesting tech to deal with that. Fireball could be good. More sheer heal. That's actually really worthwhile.
Someone injured?
So Null Sheer Heal is really worthwhile because it actually drops the value of the things that he ends up taking from Sylvanas. And I am purposefully pronouncing that incorrectly. Why does my opponent have a Sylvanas in this deck? Am I going to see a fucking Doctore Boom right now? Turn 7, play Dr. Boom.
Something needs tinkering?
No Doctore Boom. I don't see Coolin's pretty good.
Your turn to bleed.
Right away.
Flame Strike does clear my board, but then my opponent doesn't have anything to take with Sylvanas Windrunner, and I get to kill it easily. So if they want to decrease the value of their Sylvanas Windrunner, they are fine to Flame Strike right now. Otherwise, I'll sack one of my guys and then hit Injured Blade Master into it. Sack both of my guys and hit Blade Master into it. Really? I was going to sack that most likely anyway, so... Man, I wish I had a coin. What pain. I kind of want to Cabal that. Like, I definitely want to Cabal that, actually. It's worth doing anyway. Mine. It's interesting to note that neither of my Shrink Mices have come up so far. So, Shadow Word Pain still has fairly high reach. It's this card nestled in here. Also, it's the only one I have in my deck. Fireball. I know my opponent has a Fireball now, because I took it. I also got a Mana Worm, which is surprisingly useless for me. Well, unsurprisingly, actually.
What to do? What to do? No!
Boom! Say boom! Also, my opponent's Goblin Blast Mage is still frozen on their turn because they initiated the attack. Ooh. You've at least got one spare part in your hand from me. 2 spare parts, actually. One from Tinkertown Technician and one from me killing your Yeti. That's the point of the high end of this deck, by the way. Get out Archmage Antonidas. Cast all of your extra cards. Like that. You gonna kill your own Archmage Antonidas? Oh my god! Really? Okay, so that's 3 fireballs and an Archmage Antonidas in my opponent's hand.
The spirits be restless.
Hit this. So I'm going aggressive because I want my opponent to have to use all of their fireballs rather than deal with the stuff on my board. Sorry, rather than play another Archmage Antonidas. Fireball. Fireball plus ping. So my opponent has one more known about fireball in hand. This can now only be killed by fireball and a ping.
The
Cultist. Injured Blade Master. Heal the Injured Blade Master. I'm just hoping that there's nothing my opponent can respond with. I mean, fireballs, certainly. Blizzard kind of stalls the game. Fireball? That's a Mana Worm. There we go. Currently 1 off lethal if this turn ends this way. Actually, I wouldn't be because the slime that they're going to be able to... No! Well played. Suck shit. Suck shit, bitch. Mech mages. I had an amazing opening. But also, it can't be understated that I had an amazing opening off the back of the fact that my opponent had a shit opening because they played badly. I mean, I had a really good opening. I had the coin, I had the Injured Blade Master, I had the Circle of Healing, I was able to draw 2 cards off it, yeah. But my opponent played into the possibility for me to do that, and even if I didn't do that, I would have attacked and then healed my own Nausea Cleric, so I still would have killed my opponent. Oh, that's where the third spare part came from. I just learned where the third spare part came from. It's actually probably surprisingly good for an opening hand. I just remembered where the third spare part came from. The dead Clockwork Gnome from the earlier game. Right. Okay. Shrinkmeister, whoa, 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 whoa. Haunted Creeper.
Put this apple on your head.
Knife Juggler. Oh. Kind of hope my opponent doesn't manage to knife juggle my Shrinkmeister. No knives into my Shrinkmeister would be lovely, because then I Shrinkmeister. Attack that. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter how many knives go into my Shrinkmaster. Just don't kill my Shrinkmaster. Of course, I'm aware that it's called a Shrinkmeister. I'm just being a dish bag. Lovely. Next turn I could Injured Blade Master Power Word Shield. That's a pretty good combo. That's basically a 4 mana Yeti. Right? So that's what a Yeti costs. Plus it has health I can heal if I really want to. It's a good combo. Yeah. I could Shadow Word Death that. No. Really no? It's actually really good. Shadow Word Death, and then I Power Word Shields this and then attack. This and then attack. I end up with the same board state no matter which I Power Word Shield instantly. Interestingly, actually, I think I meant. Because now I have a 3-1 and a 3-2, right? But if I power word shield to this one, I would have a 3-2 and a 3-1 still. Because it makes each of them survive the 2 damage hit. But, you know what? I probably should have done it in the other way. Because then I would be able to use the Circle of Healing much more effectively. That's the wrong one to have hit. Unless you're expecting me to be doing a lot of healing, I guess. Now, I'm actually going to trade down because it means my opponent needs 2 supplementary damage in order to kill the Sludge Belcher. I also need to start healing my face. Holy Fire would actually be really good anti-aggression deck tech. Kill command, okay. It's fine by me, I've got another Sludge Belcher. And that's one less kill command that can hit me in the face. Oh. I think that's way better for me. Although I do want to start healing my own face, so maybe that's horrible. Maybe. It does mean that I have a pretty easy kill on the initial version. Why are you still running an Undertaker? The initial part of a... This is going to be awkward. Anyway, it means that I have a really good opening against the initial part of a Savannah High Main. So even though that's a beast and it could be Houndmastered, also it could have another few interesting things happen to it. It's most often going to be worse for me to kill that. Now it's definitely not worse for me to kill it. I should have killed it last turn if I had known that my opponent was going to be playing a Knife Juggler. Okay. If I can somehow sacrifice... Oh, wait. Do I have lethal next turn? Okay, so Glaive Zuka attack... Glaive Zuka is a total of 3 damage added to the value of my board. So I have 13 plus... I have 15 with lesser heal hitting the face. Oh, that's unfortunate. Gotta slow down my opponent. Madness, run that in there. Yay. I can't use Glaive Zuka aggressively, so... I'll actually run this one in, because it means I have a stronger taunt, my damage source is stronger, and I can sacrifice my Arcanine if I really desperately need to heal myself. Was there any reason not to develop the Lepidome there? Unless I'm scared of the dogs, but the dogs would be 6, so 1 damage would get through. Maybe. But really, I was looking to justify it after the fact. It was wrong. I should have just played the Lepidome. Oh, I've got the heal. Lovely. Bang. Bang. Baboom! Had to do it with my opponent's own card. With the style points! Is that back into rank 9 for us? Yeah, it totally is. Hell yeah. And that'll be the end of this episode. Let's get back to the title screen so that I can say that my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Hearthstone Ranked, the name of the deck has been Like a vol'jin. Played for the very first time in a long while. You'll be able to find the deck list down for it in the description below. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. If you have, please click like. It does let me get my content out to new people. There's also a playlist in the description down below with all of my Hearthstone Ranked, all of my Hearthstone Arena, and all of my Hearthstone adventures. Hopefully we'll see you next time.